Hello, welcome. I'm Matt from the Sim Racers Arms, and this is another 3-lap challenge where I invite you to have a go at my random track and car selection. It takes around 10 minutes if you stick to the 3 laps that I do, but obviously you don't have to. You can take as many laps as you like, but whatever you do, whatever time you set, please let me know down in the comments below, because I always come and check the comments and I always reply to as many as I can. And I very often pop back into the time trials just to see what's going on and see how it's filling up, which is really nice to see. There's lots of these challenges currently on my channel. If you get bored and you just want to break from the grind or the race, then jump into the time trials as they're a nice little distraction, and you get hooked and you can waste 10 minutes, you can waste a whole day. So let's jump into the random selector, and we've got all the tracks and we've got all the cars, and we've got a big button here, and I click it 2 times so you guys can see that it is random. So I'm going to click once, and I'm going to click twice. So we got Kansai East in the BMW 2002 Turbo. Don't think too many people have tried this, but let's jump in and give it a try and see what we've got in there. So let's move across to Automobilista 2, into the time trial. It was Kansai. Oh, too far. Oh, wrong one. I'm clicking like mad. Now, was it the west or the east? I can't remember. Let's have a quick look. East. I've got a memory like a sieve. No, that's the west one. Kansai East. So a nice short circuit. Got the long straight. And we got the S's, and then we cut back onto the main straight. Right, so this might be interesting in this combination. So it was the BMW. Jump into there and scroll up. There's no scroll bar handle like there is in the track selection. Automobilista 2, Riser Studios. Give us a grab handle so we can scroll quickly to the top of there, like what you do with the track selection. I know you're busy. Alright, BMW 2002 Turbo. Have a look at the liveries, because they were updated not too long ago. So let's see if we got anything interesting. Let's give that one a try. Oh, changed my mind. I'm going to go for the silver and red. No, I'm not. Can't make a decision. So I'm going to go for the original orange and black. Not that it makes any difference to the times. Oh, we got a good handful of people on it. How many pages? We've got 2 pages, 13 people. Have I ever done this one before? No. Got back on. There's a few recognisable names on there. Some of the daily multiplayer players are on there. And let's just have a look at the class. The vehicle. So we've got 9 people who've tried the BMW. We've got 103s. So we'll drop back into the overall. So 103s are pretty quick to the 104. So I'm going to add a ghost of number 10. And then just to make it more interesting, I'm going to have a go at number 5. I think that should make for a pretty interesting test. So let's jump in and see how we get on. So we'll jump into the tuning, we'll reset the defaults, and I just reduce down the laps. Not that I think it makes that much difference. And the steering lock, tiny bit more rear bias, And that's pretty much all I change these 3 lap challenges. Let's jump in. Oh, it's okay, so it cuts across. Back onto the main track there. Okay, so it shouldn't be too hard to pick up the layout of the track because it's pretty much the sector 1 effectively, or sector 1 and 2, the first half of the circuit. I did cover this car in another video when it first came out, but obviously the physics has been updated so much since the car first came out, and also the update to the tyre model, which wasn't that long ago. I think this car may have been included in that update. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's got a very, very wayward rear end, and the cars in front are also drifting, so it's a drift machine. And then we cut back across onto the main straight in front of the wheel. Okay, this car doesn't drive how I remember it. I'm frowning because it's not how I remember, and I don't know whether it's better or worse. It seems the way the silver car's driving, and I did borrow one of these way back when, and it was, don't get me wrong, tail happy car, because there's not that much weight unless you've got a full tank of fuel over the rear, and in the wet it was very lively. I don't think it was the 2002, I think it was a smaller engine version, but even so it was still very drifty, especially in the wet. This is taking a lot of concentration because with so much throttle control and little dabs on the brake just to keep everything together. So this is our last lap. So we've got somewhere on the leaderboard. Exactly how I up the leaderboard, I don't know. So let's jump out and check. There we go. We managed to get into the top 10. I didn't think we'd actually got into the top 10, but we have. The car isn't quite as I remember it. The track is pretty quick to pick up if you've ever raced on Suzuka before. That early turn off isn't too hard to get to grips with. There is a bit of off camber, and in this car there's just massive amounts of drift. So yeah, jump in. I think this is quite an interesting one. I think a few of you out there, you know who you are, will get higher than me on this leaderboard. If you do, make sure you let me know in the comments. If you could smash the like button, it really helps, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And until the next one, thank you for joining me.